Hello. I would like to clear up a misconception that astrology is easy to learn. Well, most people don't find that it is actually. And recently, I've heard quite a lot of people's fears saying, oh, well, I find it too complicated. Well, it is quite complicated. I find it really hard to learn. It's like, well, you've had like one reading. You didn't go on a 4-year astrology university course. I just want people to understand. If you wanted to go and learn astrology at university, it will be a 4-year course, right? Now, I also want to make the point that we are all different learners with different capabilities and our own unique learning capabilities and capacity. I got props in the story, right? The piano, take the piano as an example. I learnt piano for 10 years and I can't play by ear. I can play by sight. It's just a different capability and learning style that I have. But if I said to somebody that I'd learnt piano for 10 years, they'd expect me to be able to sit down and play. There are people who've been playing for 6 months who can sit down and just play. I'm not one of them. However, what I would like to express is that when I was 6 years old, I remember vividly saying to my dad, I'm halfway round the clock. Look, number 6 is opposite number 12. And I would always be talking about oppositions and splitting the clock into quarters and splitting it into these 5-minute chunks. And I was like, I'm sure there's a different thing as well. It was like, yeah, I can see the minutes on the clock, but there's something else. And I used to sit down and I would draw circles and divide them into 12 and go, what should I be putting in here? Like from being a child, I was due to be an astrologer. However, my other skill set, having 6 aspects to my Saturn, is that I'm very grounded and I'm very structured and organised at helping people to manage their learning. So my degree is actually in business and I've got a PGCE in teaching adults. And everything that I've been doing is practicing my skills of managing learning and managing people's, how to break down complicated topics into easily digestible chunks. And this is why I created a 3-hour Soul Foundations basic astrology course to help people get a handle on their own chart and to really just understand how does this work. Now, I've got to be honest, the majority of my business clients, they are successful business people and experts in their own right and in their own field. And they come to me because they trust me as the astrology expert who they can just go, Rachel, give me guidance. What am I looking at in my business for the next 6 months, the next 12 months, or it might be the next quarter, depends how often they come to me. And I will give them that guidance and then they can go plan and act in the energy of that, knowing that it's correct, okay? And they don't come back and say to me, oh, I feel bad because I can't read a chart. No, they're busy running their business, doing their thing. There are, however, an increasing number of people who do feel cosmically attuned and who are very interested in planetary cycles and movements and what that means for them and their lives. I would call myself an expert in solar cycles and in the outer planets. That's what I feel most attuned to. There are a lot of women who are attuned to moon cycles. Okay, so everything's moving at a different rate. And yeah, so basically I am thinking of different ways to manage the learning of people who want to learn astrology on an intuitive, deeper level. But just to be really sure that you've got this in place, that you're not going to berate yourself if you either come for a reading or go on a 4 or 6 week course and then think to yourself, oh, well, I'm shit because I can't read a chart. That wasn't the remit. I read the chart. I give you expanded awareness. Yeah. Now, I'm not that much of a gardener. I love gardening. But if I went on a gardening course, I know that my gardening ability is not that intuitive. So if I was going to compare myself against somebody who was really green fingered like my mum, she knows intuitively how to nurture like every plant in the world. I don't. I have to ask for support, look it up, and really watch what I'm doing and take it slowly. That's me with gardening. But me with astrology, lightning fast. You see, we've all got our own capabilities, and I just wanted to put this out there to hopefully clear up any misconceptions, because I've seen it quite a few times recently. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to reach out and ask me.